Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please have your seat.
Thank you, sir. Sir.
Okay. Siddhant, you are an engineer.
Yes, sir.
That too from NIT Rourkela. Throughout career, above 90%. And you have civil engineering, then MTech in mechanical engineering.
Sir, it is not MTech, sir. It is minor degree.
Minor means?
Sir, along with civil engineering, in our semester exams, sir, we can study a curriculum of any other mechanical degree.
Okay.
Sir, I chose mechanical, sir.
Okay. So it is not a full degree.
Sir, no, sir. It is not a full degree.
So
sir.
BTech, your BTech is from civil only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you work in Tata Project Limited.
Sir, Tata Projects Limited.
So
sir.
you have worked in Sri Mandira Parikrama project.
Yes, sir.
In Puri.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why there is a controversy related to Sri Mandira Parikrama project? What is the issue?
So the first issue was that when the approval for the project was being made, so during that time a proper approval of ASI has not been taken. So there is a mandate that within 100 meters from the Sri Mandira temple, sir, you cannot do any major excavation works. So but the reception center that was being built, so it was within the premises.
75 meters. How much is the distance?
So the Parikrama project was 75 meters. And sir, along with it, two more things, sir, the Sri Jagannath Temple Administration Building and one more reception center for all the devotees who are being made, sir.
Okay. So what are the roles and responsibilities you have done in Tata Project Limited? Any other project you have worked?
Sir, initially I was at Hyderabad, in the center office. So then I was deployed as at Puri as graduate engineer training. Okay. And sir, there are many works like planning, execution, sir, control of quality check, etc. sir.
Okay. Let me ask you, while you designing something, suppose a bridge or anything, so what are the parameters you are taking into consideration? As a civil engineering
Yes,
student,
sir.
what are the parameters while designing a bridge? Let me tell you bridge. So what are the parameters you will take into consideration?
So the first and foremost thing is that the feasibility, so whether it is financially feasible or politically and socially it is feasible or not. So then we take the approval of NGT and EIA, Environment Impact Assessment, and Social Impact Assessment is done. So after that it comes the civil engineering phase. So at first we will ask the government to give us the required land in case of green project, or sir, in case of brown project we will get all the approvals done. And sir, then the very fundamental things are the testings are done on the soil, like shear strength and the compressive strength of the soil. So, and then sir, the design part is made. So taking various considerations like how much vehicles will travel, so where in which zone it is, in which seismic zone, and sir, the wind load how much it will be, and so on, sir.
If you see in the news, many bridges in Bihar, they have collapsed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So where is the issue? They have the design is not correct, or they have used very cheap raw material. Where is the problem?
Sir, if we will see that only during the initial phases of the rainy season, the bridges have collapsed. So the major issue might be in the designing phase, where they have not taken the extra load that might have come due to surge in the water level. And also, sir, the preliminary investigation suggests that the execution has also been not that great.
Okay. So you have anthropology optional.
Yes, sir.
Why civil engineering also one optional was there? Why you have not choose civil engineering rather than anthropology?
Sir, after my graduation, when I started preparation for the civil services, sir, I was starting everything from the grassroots. That's why, sir, I thought of choosing a new optional, which will have good interest I will have on it. So I shortlisted anthropology. And sir, along with it, when I was a child, I was born and brought up at Mayurbhanj district. And sir, I have seen tribals very closely. And sir, I have also seen the issues they have faced.
Yes, sir.
Sir, so these are one of the reasons, sir, I chose anthropology.
Okay. So you are from NIT Rourkela.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that by creating more IITs or NITs,
Yes,
we
sir.
are diluting the value of IITs and NITs?
Sir, we can take it as in two ways. Sir, in one way, sir, infrastructure is needed because India's demographic dividend has not been reaped right now. So, at vocational and educational level, we have to make the students capable. And sir, due to the increased population and the increased graduates, and so people who are starting to move towards academics, so there is need for infrastructure. Sir, but the other hand, we should have good quality control and checks by enhancing the quality of the institutions.
Okay. So, Odisha has more than 100 engineering colleges, but the engineering graduate who are coming out of the college, they are not observed by the industry. Where is the issue in our engineering education in Odisha? So, in your opinion, what we should adopt so that the employability of the engineering students should be increased?
Sir, I think there is a gap of skills. Sir, the academic knowledge that they're having and the present industry demand that has been, sir, there is a wide gap. Sir, when they are coming out of the college, they are not completely ready to be employed. So then they are going for any additional courses, or most of the people are switching to IT and all, so that they will be selected.
So, you are engineer and also you are working. Uh, so, why do you want to join civil service? You are from a reputed institution and throughout career 90%. You can join in Indian engineering service also. So if you want to serve in the society through engineering your knowledge, you
Yes,
can
sir.
serve the society. Why civil service?
Sir, because sir, from my childhood days only, so I always wanted to work in a broader field, and at the same cliched answer I will also give now also, so that you want to work for the society as a whole.
So how
So,
do you think that you can apply your civil engineering knowledge in your future civil service journey?
sir, I can say civil engineering has taught us a lot regarding infrastructure. So, sir, in civil services, if I will be deployed in any department, say works or water resource, sir, I can have use my technical skills in policy formulation. Also, sir, I can do good inspection or find out flaws in the execution. And sir, along with it, sir, in civil engineering, there is a term called factor of safety. So something should not be very less or should not be very more, so that revenue expenditure will be very high. We have to choose the middle path.
So what is the basic difference between elastic limit and proportional limit?
Sir, elastic limit is a subset of proportional limit. Sir, in that the stress is when the stress and strain are applied, so they vary linearly. Sir.
Okay.
And sir, in elastic limit, sir, if we release the stress, the object or the specimen will go back to its original state.
Tell me, uh, what is Odia Asmita and what are the initiative by government of Odisha to improve it?
Sir, Odia Asmita can be fundamentally called as the pride that we as Odia have in our tradition, in our culture, and in our daily to daily lives, the things we do. So presently the government in its budget has kept a corpus fund of 200 crore to improve or to work for the concepts of Odia Asmita, sir.
So, changing the name of university, Revenza University to some other name, what is your view?
So changing of name can be done, sir, if there is some new schemes or new, sir, infrastructure development is being made, sir. But if we'll change the name, then the legacy that it had, suppose, sir, the name of Revenza, so people all across the globe, they know about the college and all. So, but instantly if we'll change the name, that will create an identity crisis initially, and sir, it will not appeal to the masses at the initial moment.
Okay. Then recently Pooja Khetkar.
Yes, sir.
So by providing misinformation or false certificate,
Yes, sir.
bypass the system and enter join civil service. So to stop such type of incident in future, in your opinion, what should be we can do? What reform we can bring
Yes, sir.
to stop such things in future?
Yes, sir. Sir, on parts of aspirants, sir, we should be more aware. We should be morally subconscious. And on part of the public service commission that is conducting the exam, sir, you can use the technology at a reasonable rate. Like, sir, it should not be more capital intensive. Also, it will cater to the needs. Like, sir, biometric fingerprinting, sir, iris scan. These all things, sir, you can use. While
So NEET exam also more than 60 students they got same mark and rank 1.
yes, sir.
Do you think that in NEET exam any scandal happen, or how we can stop such incident in future?
Sir, in NEET exam, the reason for people having 60 people having rank 1 was that there was a wrong question set that was being distributed and grace mark has been given. So due to that, a bigger chunk of people has got all India rank 1. So, but there has also been reported cases of paper leak in Bihar and Haryana, and so those can be stopped if we switch to sir, using personal computers for exam. And also, sir, the execution part, how the questions are being transferred to the institutes or to the lockup centers, so that can be made more efficient.
In anthropology, there is a concept of judgment system.
Yes, sir.
So what is that?
So the Germany system was studied by William Weiser. Sir, in that case, there are two sects. The society is divided. One is Jajamani and another is Projan. So Jajamani is the one who receives the service, and the Projan is one who delivers the service.
Okay. So caste system. So
Yes,
do
sir.
you think that reservation based on the caste is better, or reservation on based on economic status is better?
Yes, sir. So reservation based on caste and economy both should be implemented in India at this time. So because
It's already there. It is
yes,
already
sir.
there.
Because the discrimination that the people faces are not just because they are poor. So the social stigma that is attached to lower classes, that is still prevalent in our society. So sir, at this point, the reservation based on social status should be there, but so the government should work purposefully to lift it up, and after that we should switch back to only economical reservation.
Economically. So recently the subcategorization of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe
Yes, sir.
is in debate. So what is your opinion?
Sir, I think there should be subcategorization of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Sir, as the Honorable Supreme Court has told that scheduled caste is not a homogeneous group, it is heterogeneous in itself. And sir, along with it, we can take the recent example of Odisha. So there are two tribes, one is Oraon and the other one is Bhumia. Sir, both belong to scheduled tribes. But sir, the economic disparity between them is that Oraon is more developed than Bhumia, although both are taking the same reservation.
Okay, thank you.
Siddhant, you are
Yes,
an extremely bright candidate. So I'll push you with a few difficult questions. Okay?
Fine, sir.
The first thing that I would like to ask you is that you are an engineer and you are presently in a private sector job.
Sir, I was working.
No, I was
Yes, sir.
a private sector. Now, what would be the change in the character of your job when you move from the private sector to the government?
Yes, sir.
What would be the basic change? What would be the essential change in your job profile
Yes, sir.
when you move from a private sector job to a government job?
Yes, sir. So the very first difference would be that, sir, in private we are target driven, sir, but while in the civil service we are welfare driven. And
Okay.
and sir, in the second thing, private jobs.
Just give an example how you are welfare oriented. How you are welfare. I mean,
Yes, sir.
what are the areas for a civil servant which would show that you have to be welfare oriented?
Sir, the issues are, suppose I would be deported to any department. So suppose there is a scheme that has been come up, and sir, you have to implement the scheme.
Give me specific examples. Give me specific examples.
So let's suppose the present news of Subhadra scheme that has been
Okay.
there. So there have been many news that the implementation is not going well. People are
So one of the
standing.
things that you look at is not only Subhadra, there are a number of development
Projects are
schemes. Why are development schemes are there by the government? Any particular reason for the development schemes?
So because
There
the
is a certain term that you use,
so that is social justice.
social justice. What else? What else? Inclusivity.
Yes, sir.
Inclusive.
Yes, sir. Inclusivity.
When you are in a private sector, you are not only looking at profit, you are looking at growth and growth only.
Yes, sir.
Money, growth. In a government, when you are there and you have to deliver the development programs, the thrust is not growth and money. The thrust is inclusivity. How to promote
Yes, sir.
the society which is welfare oriented, which is more inclusive. People who are neglected, who are marginalized, who are vulnerable.
Yes, sir.
So there are large number of programs. You get a good example of Subhadra, which is yet to be implemented. But there are large. What are the other programs like Manrega, like midday meal scheme,
Yes, sir.
providing jobs to people, Manrega, midday meal scheme, Ocean scheme for nutrition.
Yes, sir.
So there are a large number of such development programs. What are the different development programs where an administrator is involved? And your job would be to ensure how these developmental programs reach the intended beneficiary.
Yes, sir.
So people think today, this is what I'm asked many times, that technology can help. So what is the problem? You use technology to deliver. It doesn't happen that way. Technology is an enabler, but the man behind technology is most important. So your answer should be that you answered extremely well when you said that from a target you are moving into welfare. Just give a little content to that.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my point?
Fine, sir.
Now let me come to a few issues. One is this whole issue of one nation, one election.
Yes, sir.
How do you look at this particular issue?
What is the pros and
What are the pros and what are the cons in this?
So the pros in that, sir, a major chunk time of the government is wasted in, sir, elections.
Next.
And sir, the welfare works are at many times due to model code of conduct are stalled.
Yes, very good.
So due to
Very
the
good answer.
elections.
What are the cons?
The cons are that, sir, there might be a wave. So suppose now the wave is, suppose a party is winning in the center. So if all the elections at central and federal level will occur at the same time, so there might be a major chance that the bigger national parties that are in the center will be able to back the
So
government.
they will take advantage of a wave, possible wave.
Yes, sir.
How will it affect? How will it affect if there is a wave? Supposing there was a wave that we should be patriotic, we should ensure that India should be a strong country,
Yes,
what
sir.
is the problem there? What is the problem if we have elections, national elections and state election together?
Yes, sir.
Even if there is a wave, how does it matter? What is the major reason? They are talking of something which is the major reason. It will affect what? Federalism.
Yes, sir.
What do you understand by federalism?
So federalism is the concept of, sir, the division of power between the Indian Union and the states.
States. So this concept was borrowed from what? From a particular
where
act
we have taken this federalism concept.
in the constitution.
Constitution a code for
Ko phaadle, ko act rate appointment. Which is the act?
Sir, Act, sir, India would be a federal. Sir, it came in the Government of India Act 1935.
Very good, very good. Why are you hesitant? It came from the Indian Federal Act
Yes,
of 1935. So, how is this one nation, one election going to affect federalism? Because federalism is a basic structure.
Yes, sir. Basic
Isn't
structure
it?
of the
It's a basic
Constitution.
structure.
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me some 10 basic structure? What are the 10 basic structures? I'm asking
Yes, sir.
you because you are a good student.
Few tell.
Yes,
no,
sir.
no, I am no.
Yes, sir.
You I would have asked a good student.
Yes,
He's a very bright student. Let me see how many.
So there is the supremacy of constitution.
Wonderful.
So there will be rule of law.
Okay.
So there will be federalism will be there.
Thick.
So then secularism will be there.
Okay.
So then judicial review will be there.
Okay.
And sir, so right now I'm able to
Free and fair elections. Free
Yes,
and fair
elections.
Free and fair. I think you have answered extremely well. So, coming to federalism, so one of the apprehension is that if you have one nation, one election, then the regional issues will get sidelined.
Yes, sir.
You know, so therefore it is, so the presumption that the national issues and the regional issues are same is a wrong presumption. So they fight with the different and regional parties. When
Yes,
you
sir.
say national parties, at the same time, what will happen? The regional parties will get also obliterated. You know, they will get a.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Modi has gone for this Quad meeting.
Yes, sir.
Who are the members of the Quad, and what are the likely areas of discussion? Today it has come in the Hindu.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, who are the members in Quad?
So in Quad, the members are, sir, democratically superior countries like India, that is USA.
You tell me name of the countries. Who
Sir,
are the-
India is there, USA is there, Japan is there, and Australia is there.
What are the likely issues that they are going to discuss? What are the major issues that they are going to discuss?
So one
They
of
are going to discuss about two countries.
yes, sir.
What are the two countries?
So one is China, the tensions in rising in South China Sea,
Okay.
and sir,
Second.
the other might be, sir, maybe Russia.
Not might be. Russia.
Yes, sir.
You can be 100% certain.
Yes, sir.
The only discussion is about rising China and the rising friendship between China and Russia.
Yes, sir.
So today in the Hindu they have brought out how Quad is going to respond to this. Are they going to gang up against China and Russia and tell Russia that you don't do this? What is the kind of role that India is expected to play now, particularly in the context of Russia?
Sir, here India has to be very diplomatic because India has strategic relationship with USA.
What is the expectation now? What is the expectation now?
Sir, expectation from USA would be that India should now approve or like pay respect to the sanctions that the West has on Russia.
Okay.
So that the fuels and all India should not buy at this point.
That India will not accept. That India
Yes,
will
sir.
not accept. By any chance, stage of imagination,
Yes,
that
sir.
is our strategic autonomy. That is our
Yes, sir.
strategic autonomy. ଟିକେ ପଢିଦବ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ
ଆଜ୍ଞା, sir.
ଆଜି ପେପରରେ ବାହାରିଛି କାହିଁକିନା ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦେଲେ କ'ଣ ହବ ନା ତମକୁ ଗୋଟେ ସୁବିଧା ହବ
ଆଜ୍ଞା, sir.
ୟୁନିଫାଏଡ ପେନସନ ସ୍କିମ୍ ଏଇଟା କ'ଣ ସ୍କିମ୍ ଟା ମୋତେ କହିଲେ ଟିକେ
Sir, it is a new scheme that has been brought up.
Huh.
So it is a hybrid of the old pension scheme and the new pension scheme.
give an example how it is a hybrid.
Sir, in the old pension scheme, sir, there was that, sir, the employee was not supposed to contribute anything. Sir, and after the retirement, so the government was supposed to pay the pension amount.
Wonderful.
So, but in the new pension scheme, it was that, so the employee has to pay a certain percentage.
How much?
Sir, I think, sir, I'm not able to recall right now.
10%.
10%.
ସବୁବେଳେ you are a bright fellow. ବୁଝିଲେ କି ଯେତେ ସବୁ ସ୍କିମ୍ ଅଛି ତାର ଟିକେ ଡିଟେଲ୍ସଟା ଏକଦମ ସିଓର ଥାଉ
Again, sir.
ବୁଝିଲେ ତ ମାନେ ଏଇଗୁଡ଼ାକରେ 10% କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିବ୍ୟୁସନ୍ ଆଉ ସରକାର କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିବ୍ୟୁସନ୍ କେତେ ଥିଲା
Sir, 18%. 14%.
ଏବେ ସେଇଟାକୁ 10% and 18.5%
Correct.
ଗୋଟେ ଟେବୁଲରେ ଗୋଟେ ମ୍ୟାଟ୍ରିକ୍ସ କରିକିରି
Again, sir.
କ'ଣ ଓଲ୍ଡ ସ୍କିମ୍ରେ ଥିଲା କ'ଣ ନ୍ୟୁ ପେନ୍ସନ୍ ସ୍କିମ୍ରେ ଆଉ ୟୁପିଆଇରେ କରିକି ଗୋଟେ ଟେବୁଲ ରଖିଦେବ ମାନେ ସବୁବେଳେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା, sir.
ଗୋଟେ ଟେବୁଲକୁ ରଖିଦେବ ତାହେଲେ ତମର ମାନେ so how it is a hybrid?
So, because, sir,
In the NPS there was no assured pension.
yes, sir.
In the old pension scheme there was an assured pension.
Yes, sir.
So there is an assured pension and there is contribution.
Contribution.
ଏତିକି କହିଦେଲେ ହାଇବ୍ରିଡଟା ଜଣାଗଲା
Janagala, sir.
ବୁଝିଗଲ
ଆଜ୍ଞା, sir.
ସବୁବେଳେ ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ସବୁ ଗୋଟେ ମ୍ୟାଟ୍ରିକ୍ସ କରିକି ଟେବୁଲ କରିଦେଲେ ତମକୁ ଇଟ୍ ୱିଲ୍ ବି ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରିମଲି ଇଜି ମାନେ ଏମିତି କଥା ନୁହେଁ ଯେ ତମେ 10% କହିଲନି ବୋଲି ଗୋଟେ କଥା ନାହିଁ
Okay, so you are a hip hop dancer.
Yes, sir.
You really do.
Yes, sir. I used to do when I was in college. Sir, I've also represented Odisha in national level competitions and we have won there,
Oh,
sir.
wonderful.
Yes, sir.
તમે યાર જો ડાન્સ ઇન્ડિયા ડાન્સ રે જે અચી કોણ તા ના રેમો તમે ଗୋଟେ ગ્રેટ એડમાયરર ના હા
Who is your favorite dancer? Hip hop dancer?
Sir, my favorite hip hop dancer is Sir Remo is there and Sir Raghav.
Raghav.
Yes.
Raghav has also acted in a serial recently in a cinema.
Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Raghav,
Kill, sir.
Kill, देखियो?
Yes, sir.
It's too gory.
So Raghav have a special style.
Yes, sir.
What is that style?
So that is contemporary plus slow motion.
Slow motion.
Yes.
Raghav is also known as cockroach, na?
Cockroach. Yes, sir.
Cockroach. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Mayurbhanj, you belong to Mayurbhanj. Tell me some important the speciality about Mayurbhanj. This is last question.
Sir, Mayurbhanj is, sir, the most striking feature of Mayurbhanj is that the sex ratio, sir, it is 1040, and
Okay.
and so the second thing is that it is predominated by scheduled tribes. So there is staunch greenery and we have the Simlipal, sir, biosphere there. Sir,
Okay. An important personality from Mayurbhanj.
sir our CAG Girish Chandra Murmu, so the Honorable President of India Sri Draupadi Murmu, and sir
So you belong to Draupadi Murmu ma'am belong to a particular like NSC. Who is NSC?
sir, I'm not aware, but Rairangpur area.
Yeah, very good. Okay.
તમે સિદ્ધાંત તમે તો ફર્સ્ટ 20 તમે આસ્યું କିନ୍ତୁ you are a wonderful candidate for the IAS and all.
No, IAS ପାଇଁ ଦଉଛ?
Yes, sir, ଦେଇଥିଲି sir.
ଦେଇଛ?
So 3 marks sir helani pre targa.
તમે be in touch with me also. Be in touch with me. In case I am coming to the academy regularly, તમે ଟିକେ touch ରୁହ.
Yes, sir.
I see in you a clear civil service prospect. I think
No, definitely, I am sure you will come in the top 20.
એટલે ଏଇଥିରେ ତ ପାଇବ ଶୁଣ ଏଇଥିରେ ତ ପାଇବ ସେ ଯେତିକି ମାର୍କ ଦେଇଛି ମୁଁ ସେତିକି ମାର୍କ ଦେଇଛି 195 ମୁଁ ବି 195 ଦେଇଛି ମୁଁ ତ ନ ଦେଖିକି ଦଉଛି ସୋ ତମେ ଖୁବ ଭଲ କ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡିଡେଟ୍ ଅଛ ଥର ଅଛ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ କରେଣ୍ଟ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଗୁଡାକରେ ଟିକେ ନୋଟ୍ କରିଦବ ଟିକେ କରେଣ୍ଟ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଗୁଡାକ ଟିକେ ନୋଟ୍ କରିଦବ
Yes, sir.
यूनिफाइड पेंशन स्कीम हैला वकफ अमेंडमेंट हैला लैटरल एंट्री हैला जस्ट खाली जट डाउन कर दबो माने साइलेंट पॉइंट्स उडा बुलेट पॉइंट्स उडा का
Yes, sir.
सो दैट यू डोंट हैव टू स्ट्रेन योर मेमोरी एट दैट टाइम
Yes, sir.
केतोळ जणा जुनी जे तमे जोटा खाली गोटे रिफ्लेक्टिव आंसर सेउडा के तमे आंसर करियो किंतु जोटा का फैक्चुअल आंसर्स सो यू शुड हैव जनरली मेड नोट्स ऑन दिस I find it always advantageous to so sat पेज में गोटे डायरेक्ट नोट कर देली then I feel very comfortable जति खाली देखे पड़े
So एते इन्फॉर्मेशन हेगलानी तो सर ताको कंसोलिडेट करी नि मु सर लास्ट 3-4 डेज रे
you are 100% right एकदम सत्य कथा किंतु there are out of those issues there are some issues which are generally getting discussed
Yes, sir.
तो सेटा
Clean से रहेगी जो
Yes, sir.
clean से रहेगी जो
Yes,
dress
sir.
code कौन तुम्हारा
Sir पूरा प्रॉपर अछि सर व्हाइट अछि
White अछि.
कोट
white
ऑफ
or light blue blue तो जोटा भल लागुची
Yes, sir.
white tie पिंदु छ तो tie पिंदु छ तो ना tie पिंदु तो
सर टाई पिंदुची सर कोट भी अछि कोट पैंट भी अछि सर जेतु आ 2-3 दिन अछि बोली सर पिंदी के आसी नथली
दाढ़ी टटी काटी दियो
Yes, sir.
टटी काटी दियो you are a bright guy
Yes, sir.
दाढ़ी के नले ट्रिम कर दटी
सर पूरा क्लीन से वेकी जीवी सर
तुमको अनकम्फर्टेबल लाଗୁଛି ଟିକେ ମାନେ ସାର୍ ଙ୍କର ଯେମିତି ଥିଲା ଆଗରୁ ଦାଢି
Yes, sir.
but କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ but people are very conservative so they when they find that somebody is not
Yes, sir.
seven and all ये बुढ़ा बुढ़ा के ଟିକେ କାହିଁକି ସେ ଗୁଡା ନାକ ଟେକିବେ हम କରିବେ
नहीं सर सेतर तो पूरा एवर हिकिंग
ରାଘବ ଆଉ କଣ ଗୋଟେ ସିନେମା ଦେଖିଲା ବୋଧେ ଏବେ ବହୁତ ବଢିଆ ସିନେମାଟା କରିଛି
एक और एक 11 में हाथ
Yes, sir.
it was very violent extremely violent
So but it was a new experiment that was being done in their part.
But you know the point essentially is ଏଇଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ ବହୁତ issues ରହୁଛି ମାନେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ତମେ ଯୋଉ OTT platform ରେ there is no regulation so you find also there is a tendency to use extremely filthy language take violence to a different level and use sex as an alibi to make money ମାନେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ
Yes,
ତାର ଯୋଉ କମର୍ସିଆଲି ଯୋଉ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲୋର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉ ଯେତିକି ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ ତାଠୁ ଅଧିକା ବି କରୁଛନ୍ତି so in the name of freedom of speech and expression I think we are possibly exceeding ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତାର ଗୋଟେ ରେଗୁଲେସନ ଦରକାର
So the government is planning to bring in OTT ऊपर है.
So that is also getting objected to. That is also
Yes,
there is a resistance to that.
Yes, yes.
ठीक
I
अच्छी
guess.
all the best.
Thank you,
तमे
sir.
बहुत
Thank you,
भलो
sir.
कैंडिडेट अछ तमे
Sure, 5
तमे ए जो IAS पास पाई मातो हैला
I guess, I guess,
touch with touch
Fine,
with
sir.
you,
Fine,
हैला?
sir. I guess.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you, sir.
Sir,